Yeah, I'm going to go over my Seneca Dragonclaw, and I just added the quiver and the attachment uh, for the air bolts to it. And I'm going to go over some prices and stuff so you have an idea what things cost. And then I'll go over how to put the quiver on because I couldn't find any helpful information online. And there was no instructions in the box, and I bought this from Pyramid Air. I don't know if they lost the instructions or if it just doesn't come with them. So I kind of had to just figure it out. Um, so there was a piece like this in there with two screws, whatever that is. And there's also I don't know where I put it. There's another piece. It's round. It fits inside the quiver mount. I think it's for the other kind of air gun that this gets attached to. So it's for the Seneca and it's for another kind. And I'm going to go over what to do for the Seneca. So this is $20 for both of those together. The attachment's $10. The quiver's $10. And you can buy them both or separate. I bought mine together. I bought this online at Sportsman's Warehouse for about $8, but I also have the one from Air Venturi for taking broadheads off and on or putting the arrow in. I like this one too because it has the one for 4 on one side and one for 3 blades on the other side. And I bought a couple of these. I think I have 3 of them all together. But I think I also have 2 from Air Venturi. Okay, so here's the air bolts, and these cost 5 of them for $99. I bought these right here for $30 for 3 for these broadheads. Just 3 blades. I'll put a little rubber band around here to keep them closed until I go to use them, around the top. I learned that from my brother. So these quivers hold 4 air bolts. You can put it on the left or right side of the gun, it doesn't matter. I just put it close to the end, on the end of the quiver. I figured that's a good spot for it. That way I can still cock the rifle. I'd rather have it on the right side of the rifle since I'm right-handed than the left side because I reach around from the left side of the rifle and I hold the rifle that way. And it, so in order to put the quiver on, I'm just going to move this out of the way for now, is you get one of these wrenches right here, or an Allen wrench, and this is the T25 right there, and just put it in the little screw and loosen it up, slip it over the barrel. It goes on a single or a double barrel. Single tank or double tank. Seneca, doesn't matter, either one. Just flip it over this. And then fasten it when you get it in the spot you want. And then this is a plastic threaded piece, and it goes into the hole through the quiver and holds it in place up into that mount. And there's also a thing on the mount down here so you can put a bipod if you want to do that. Like a Weaver style mount right there. And that's how you put it on. Okay? Just loosen this up, put it over, tighten it, put the quiver on, put this bolt in, and that's it, and you're done. Okay? And then these slip through. These 430 grain. They're 430 grains with the tip. Okay? And the tip is 100 grains. So the arrow itself is 330 grains. And just put it in, pop it into place, and it's good to go. Okay? Right there. Let's put it in those holes and push it in. So the rifle's $699. The quiver is $20. The air bolts are 5 for $99. And what I do is I've got 2 of them for practice. All right, see, I'll have a little felt mark on there. That's what Mitch Pettingill was doing for my air fill valves for my Hot Sun rifles. He was marking them with the felt pen, so I know which ones were which. So these 4 here aren't marked, so these would be my hunting ones when I decide to hunt wild pigs or deer with these. And then I'll use this right here to protect my hand when I'm putting them in. Remember, these have a threaded barrel right here, so you got to be careful this doesn't come off on the end of the barrel. And right here's the fill probe cover. You pull that off, and then you put your Foster Quick disconnect fitting on there, and you pump up your gun if it's a hand pump or a compressor. Right there. Right there is where it fits on. It's a one-way valve. And just put the cap back on, keep the dust or things from hurting it or damaging the gun. And there you go. With a hand pump, it takes me about 500 pumps. With a compressor, it takes about 8.5 minutes to fill both tanks, both these air tanks. It's like one air tank, but it's called a double. 500 cc's of compressed air. And it works pretty good, you know. Down here's the valve, and you take it to the top of the green. I've had 6 shots in full power so far, and you can see how much air is left in it. So 6 shots took me down half of my fill, because you go to the bottom of the green to the top of green for the fill. All right. And then remember, there's a safety here. Right here. Pushes through. If you see red, it's on fire. If you don't see red, then it's on safe. So that's fire, and that's safe. You can't cock the gun if it's on safe. All right. So if it's on safe, this won't move. So you have to take it and put it on fire. You can pull it back about 2/3 of the way for lower power. You can pull it back all the way for full power. This week I only shot it on full power. All right, and then if you want to get ammunition for it, you can buy the round balls and stuff like that, 50 caliber. This is a 235 grain Nielsen slug, hollow point looking thing. 235 grains. These are excellent. 0.498 diameter. I got those from Utah Air Guns. I got another box of them from Nielsen. I got 100 of these. I think it is. Yeah, 100 of them. I paid about $35 for this. So it was a really good deal. It's called swag, something like that. Swage. Whatever that means. Okay, hollow point. And there's a little indentation on the back of the skirt for drag. And then this other kind I just bought on eBay. And there's no indentation on the skirt. I think they're called a round nose, but they're kind of flat on top. And these weigh 200 grains. I'm going to try these out today. And my friend Mitch Pettengill, he's calibrating the size on these other ones that don't work good I got from eBay. And they weigh about 338 grains. Somewhere around there. So the air bolts, just stick them in the end. You put some silicone lubricant on it. Make sure the barrel's cleaned out. That's what they said on Pyramid Air. The person doing the video on there said make sure you clean the barrel, you know, and then you can shoot the air bolts through. And I did that, and they worked out really good, really accurate. I did that on my Seneca Recluse and on the Dragonclaw. It's got a 3 to 9 by 40 adjustable objective generic scope on this thing. I had it on another air rifle for a while. So getting back to the price, $6.99 for the rifle, $100 for the air bolts for 5 of them, $20 for the quiver. Whatever you're going to spend on your scope, I spent about $20 to $30 on the scope, about $7 on the scope mount ring, maybe $10. Oh, there's $10 because it's a one piece. And I just got a generic one. And then $8 for the broadhead wrench, and $10 a piece for the broadheads. And I want 1.5 inch because I think that's what you need in the state of Utah to hunt deer with the air bolts. And then you figure $20 for 50 of these at Utah Air Guns. So that's 40 cents a projectile, I think. So that's the cost. And then whatever it costs for whatever lubricant you're going to use and stuff like that. I usually use synthetic oil for cleaning things, and then PCP guns. The trigger is pretty heavy trigger, but that's because it's a big bore air rifle, and I'm okay with it. Works fine for me, and it's really powerful and really accurate. Good deal.